So today's project is this cat ear knit hat. So this is going to maybe take you a little bit of trial and error to figure out your sizing. I'll give you an example though. I have a rather big head. It is 23.5 inches around. So to fit my head, I start with a chain of 10 and then I knit 9 on one side and 9 on the other side. And then for 9 rows. If your head is a little bit smaller than that, then you might want to start with a chain of 8 or 7, or like, so that you are knitting 8 or 7. So I guess your chain would be 9 if you want to knit 8 and 8, and your chain would be 8 if you want to knit 7 and 7. And then just keep trying it on for how many rows to make sure that it fits. One skein of your main color that you want to make it is plenty. This is 32 yards, so but 17 to 20 yards would be plenty. And then like 2 pieces, 10 inches or whatever for your accent color, just to make the little accents in the ears. I like to use a stitch marker to keep track of where I am. I always have a lighter handy in case you need some yarn breaks and you need to rejoin it. That's easy. And your scissors. So for mine, I'm going to start with my chain of 10. So don't need to leave a super long tail, just enough so that you can anchor it off and tuck it away. So slip knot. Take your working yarn over your tail side, then you pull up a loop through that loop. Pull tight on the tail is going to tighten your knot. Pulling or adjusting the working yarn is going to adjust this loop. I like to use 2 fingers, and like I said, I'm doing 10 to start. Making sure that your loops are all consistent in their size. Then this last one, you're going to want to make it a little bit smaller, just like a loose 1 finger's width, and I'm going to move it so it's kind of facing up that way. And then I'm going to knit same size loops all the way down the chain. So I should have 9 loops when I'm done down this side. And for if you're not using 10, then 1 less than the number you've chained. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'm just going to turn it so the tail now is over here. Find the other side of the chain, the space, and we're just going to pull up 9 loops on this side. And 9. So this last one, it is coming out of the same hole as that first one, but it will be okay. Oh, and you would need a row counter. I like to use a fidget toy, or you can just use a piece of paper, or even just your phone. Okay. So now we want to come back to this first one. That counted as round 1 for me. And I'm going to put my stitch marker. I like to put it in the first one. Make sure you just keep them nice and tight and the same size. Okay, and then back around to this one. Like we're trying to fold this in half. It's not going to happen until you get a good half to 3/4 of the way down to how big you want it, that it's going to stay nicely like that. It's going to be a little bit awkward for now. Just trust the process. So you can even hold it down on the table now that we've got some. So now I'm kind of folding it in half as I'm working my loops, and then I'm really pulling them up this way to encourage it to fold in half. And this is the knit side out. Purl side is in the inside. So how do you know it's the knit side? There'll be little V's, whereas the purl side, it looks like there's little bumps. You could make your hat either way. Whatever you prefer. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. This is just what I prefer. So it is a little awkward at this stage, but just keep going. Okay, so I'm just going to skip ahead to the 6 rows. So I have one more row to go, and you see it's pretty even once I'm done with this hat. So let's knit this last row together. Well, last row like this, and then we'll do our close off. What? Okay, so that is my 9. And now I'm going to do the close off or cast off around. So pull up a bigger loop in that first one. And that second one, take this right first one over that second one. And just continue that all the way around, keeping your size consistent. Oh, and you probably should have tried it on before you do this. I know this one's going to fit me. So try it on. If you need to subtract rows or add rounds, I guess they're called, then go ahead and do that. I know when I first did this, I didn't try it on as I was going, and I think I did like 15 rounds. And then I just had to keep undoing and undoing and trying it back on. And we made it around. I'm actually going to pull up a loop in that first one and go through there just to finish it off. And cut. Take working yarn. through that last loop, pull it tight. And I'm just going to anchor it off right there. Cut my end a little bit shorter. You can also sew it. Ooh, this stuff does not burn like the other stuff. There we go. Make sure you get that middle cord and then just tuck it away. Ouch. Okay, so as you can see, it kind of already, oh, there we go. As you can see, it kind of already is starting to get the shape of the cat ears. So taking your main color again, you're gonna like cut, you know, a 12-inch piece and kind of mark where you think you should sew the two sides of the hat together so that you get even ears. So I have like one row and I'm just on the inside of the next one, and I'm down 1, 2, like 3 for my ear. So there's one row and just in one, and then 1, 2, 3. So that's how. You can also use stitch markers. And you're just going to come like I go up from the outside, and then I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to go up. And just going to move that for now. And flip it over. And I'm going to do the same thing. I probably should have made it a little bit longer. I'll just have enough. And I'm going to bring those two pieces together. Tie it, burn it, sew it, and then tuck it away. So it's not really noticeable until you wear it, how it pinches together and creates the ear. And that's why we also like to add this piece of accent. So the accent, you don't want it to go through both rounds. So I just go in one spot and then go down or diagonal and down a little bit. And then I'm on the inside, and I'm just going to do my double tie, burn it, make it really nice and neat on the inside. It's going to be pretty high up there in the ears, so it's not going to rub too much. So there. And then you can just adjust it. So that would be my one ear. And then you're just going to repeat the process on this side. So 1, 2. It's okay. Then up. I'm going to go down through the another one. There's no like right or wrong way to sew it together. Just sew it together. There. I gotta get back. I should have left myself a little bit more. Make it work. Tuck that in. And long piece. This one I didn't do straight up and down, I did it a little bit diagonally. I want to be there and there. That's about right. There we go. And just do your double tie. And trim it up. And that is your cat hat. Can't wait to see them. So this one did end up being a little bit bigger than my other one. So Yeah, and it might stretch out a bit. So maybe I would have taken out one row. So I would have done 8 and then the close off one. So I'll show you how the other one fits. So this is how this one fits. I also think that the yarns are quite a bit different texture, even though this is Bernat big as well as the other stuff. The other stuff is that frosted. And so it is a little bit more slippery. So maybe my loops were a little bit looser in the other one, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Please post your cat hats and tag me. Thanks.